Jesus was not always considered divine. The belief in Jesus' divine nature, a cornerstone of Christian theology, was not a universally accepted tenet in the early church. This heated debate, known as the Arian Controversy, erupted in the 4th century and hinged on a critical question: was Jesus the Son co-eternal with God the Father, or a created being? Arius, a presbyter in Alexandria around 318 AD, argued that Jesus was subordinate to God, a position that threatened to fracture early Christianity. This theological dispute was not simply a matter of doctrinal interest. It would shape the future of Christian belief and the structure of the Church itself. The Council of Nicaea in 325 AD was the first attempt to resolve this controversy. Convened by Emperor Constantine, it brought together over 300 bishops from across the Christian world to debate this critical issue. The council ultimately rejected Arianism, affirming that Jesus was begotten, not made, of the same essence as the Father. This creed, known as the Nicene Creed, became a foundational statement of Christian orthodoxy. Despite the council's decision, the controversy did not end there. Arian beliefs persisted for centuries, reflecting the deep divisions within early Christianity. The Arian view wasn't without its merits. Arius contended that if Jesus were truly divine, then Christianity would be promoting polytheism, a grave concern for a monotheistic religion. This was a logical paradox for early Christians. How could they reconcile Jesus' divinity with the strict monotheism inherited from Judaism? Arius' interpretation offered a solution, maintaining the oneness of God while explaining Jesus' role in creation. However, the council's decision was bolstered by evidence from the New Testament itself. Passages like John 1:1, which declares, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God," were cited to support the co-eternity and co-divinity of Jesus with the Father. Athanasius, another key figure in this debate and staunch opponent of Arianism, argued that only if Jesus was fully divine could humanity be truly redeemed, a theological cornerstone that resonated deeply with many early Christians. Despite this, Arianism found considerable support, particularly among the Germanic tribes and within several eastern regions of the Roman Empire. For example, Ulfilas, a missionary to the Goths, translated the Bible into Gothic and spread Arian Christianity among them. His work demonstrates how Arianism appealed to those outside the traditional Roman influence, highlighting the geographical and cultural dimensions of this theological divide. A common counterargument to the Nicene position suggests that the Council's decision was more about political control than theological truth. The involvement of Emperor Constantine, who sought to unify his empire under a single faith, has been cited as evidence that the Nicene Creed was a politically motivated attempt to impose orthodoxy. However, this view overlooks the genuine theological convictions of the Council's participants. The bishops who formulated the creed were deeply concerned with maintaining the integrity of Christian teaching. Historical records indicate that many of them risked personal safety and political favor to defend their beliefs. Moreover, the doctrine of Jesus' divinity is not merely a product of the Nicene Council. It has roots in earlier Christian writings and traditions. The letters of Paul, written in the 1st century AD, contain numerous references to Jesus' divine status. In Philippians 2:6, Paul writes of Jesus, who being in very nature God, did not consider equality with God something to be used to his own advantage. Such passages suggest that the belief in Jesus' divine nature was present well before the Nicene Council. In conclusion, the early Church's battle over Jesus' divine nature was not a simple disagreement, but a profound theological struggle with lasting implications. Despite the persistence of Arian ideas, the evidence from Scripture and the theological necessity of a divine Christ led to the affirmation of his divinity. The Council's decision was neither arbitrary nor solely politically driven. It was a reasoned conclusion based on early Christian testimony and the need for a coherent doctrine of salvation. So was Jesus truly divine or merely a created being?